Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli wa nasallimu ala rasulihil kareem. So now we're moving on to our Maqsid al-Awwal. So we have, I told you before, the book is divided into the Muqaddimah is complete with some introductory matters. Now we're moving on to the Maqsid al-Awwal. Yes, this is what we said before. We have the Muqaddimah, Maqsid al-Awwal, al-Thani and al-Thalith, 1, 2 and 3. 1 is finished. We discussed what ism is, what a fa'il is, what a harf is. We went through some more rules regarding a fa'il. We went through the fa'il madhi, fa'il mudari. We went through muthbat, manfi, ma'loom, majhool, etc. etc. Then we discussed what a mizan as-sarfi is. Now we're moving on to al-Maqsid al-Awwal. And in Maqsid al-Awwal we have 2 babs and a muqaddimah. So we have 2 babs and a muqaddimah. Muqaddimah will introduce some basic terms that we need to know in sarf. And in each of the bab we discuss ism in one of them and we discuss fa'il in one of them. So in this chapter basically we discuss what an ism is and the types of ism and the fa'il and types of fa'il. And before that we have a few introductory terms that we need to know. Some you have already covered in FSTU sarf. So al-muqaddimatu fil mabadi'. First word, as-Sugra. It's come before, as-Sugra. What is as-Sugra? Sugra is a word form. So for example, fa'ala is a Sugra, a form. Plural is siyaghun. So Sugra, and the plural is siyaghun. Yes, siyaghun. It's called word form. Yes, what's it called? Word form. The next word we have is it's frozen. What's happening here? Bismillah. Yeah, it's huruf al-asliya. What do we have? Al-huruf al-asliya. What's huruf al-asliya? Literally means huruf means letters and asliya means original. So you've studied in FSTU sarf. You have the way to expand verbs. So we did, for example, the word ghafara. Correct? This is ghafara, then pattern of fa'ala. So fa'ala is the pattern, yes? Fa'ala is the pattern. And this is a mizan. That's a mizan of ghafara is fa'ala. Ghafara, these 3 letters are called the hurufun asliya. Why? They're the original letters, they are found in every other form of the word. This ghafara is a sigha. And from ghafar you can add on other sighas, other forms. Ghafir, the one who forgives. Maghfur, the sin that has been forgiven. Istaghfara, the verb means to seek repentance. Istaghfara. Are you following me? Now, the ghafara is found in every single of these variations. That's called harfun asli. And the plural is hurufun asliya. So any letter is found in every single pattern. Every single, ism al-fa'il, ism al-maf'ul, all the forms that you can, all the conjugations. If any letter is found in all of the conjugations, we will say this is called, it is a harfun asli, a root letter, original letter, and it's found throughout. And if it's not found throughout, it's only found in somewhere, we'll call that al-huruf al-ziyada, the extra letters. Like for example, bab if'al, so akrama, so karuma, kaf, ra, mim is hurufun asliya, they are found everywhere. Karrama, akrama, ustukrima, karimun, mukramun, mukrimun, correct? The akrama is not found, the word hamza is not found in all of the forms. It's added in, it's za'id, it comes in certain places, it's not found everywhere. Is that clear? Acha. Now what are these? You can't say, you won't get alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, all of them till the end as harufin za'id. Amanun wa taskhil is a little code word to think that these words are found, these letters are found as za'id somewhere or the other. They're also asli, like amina ya'manu, to be at peace, that's asli. But hamza is also found as za'id, for example in bab if'al. Mim is found za'id in ism al-fa'il, ism maf'ul, maf'ulun, mukrimun. Alif, hamza al-wasl, istaghfara. Noon is found extra in a few places. Seen, istaghfara, ta, tafa'ala. And we'll go through where they're found in the al-wusta inshallah. But for now, remember the words amanun wa taskhil is an abbreviation for where for the hurufun za'ida. That these letters can be hurufun asliya. Ba is not hurufun za'id. Ba never comes as za'id. Tha doesn't come as za'id. Fa doesn't come as za'id. Qaf doesn't come as za'id. Only these ones. Amanun wa taskhil. And if you look at them, they're very easy to pronounce all of these normally. Are you following? So these can come as hurufun za'ida. You understand? You following? Achha. An example of this is you have the word manage. So if huruf asliya and zaida, so let's see how many words can you write from manage? Let's test your English skills. I'll not take the name of the school that you went to, so don't embarrass your school. If you do well, I might take the name at the end. Manage, give me some few words.
Man.
Huh?
Man.
No. Derive from manage.
Oh, okay. Managed.
Managed.
Manager.
Manager.
Management.
Management. Poor, disappointing. I'm not going to put anybody else in the thing. Yeah. So a few nouns. Management. Managership. It's a word. That's what ChatGPT said. Manager. Manageress. Manageability. Those are some nouns. Verbs. So the ones in black is the haruf al-asliya. They found everywhere. Meant, shape, arrest, ability. These are all what? Huruf za'idah. Mismanage, outmanage, remanage, micromanage. Those are all what? Huh? Those are not words.
Not common words.
But it doesn't matter if it's common or not. I said they're words that exist in English language. Adjectives. Manageable, unmanageable, managerial. And the adverbs, manageably. I didn't know that one, manageably. Yes? Nonetheless, you get the idea? So what is found in every single word? That's called the huruf al-asliya. So in here, our manage is the huruf al-asliya, M-A-N-A-G-E. That's the huruf al-asliya. And all the others are the extra that come in certain forms, drop off certain forms. Are you following? So in our ghafara, this is a sigha. This is a sigha of ghafara. Yes? The word ghain, fara are hurufun asliya because they are found everywhere. And then in here you have you have the ghafara still. And then the istaghfara, alif, sin and ta, they're from aman wa tashilun, from those root. They are found in one bab istif'al. So those are the hurufun. These are the hurufuz ziyada. Hurufuz ziyada. You can call it hurufun za'ida. You can also call it hurufun za'idatun. These are called what? Hurufun za'idatun. These are all sighas. These are the yes, ghain, fa, ra, the hurufun asliya, which are also found over there. And istaghfar is extra. Those are called the hurufun zaida, hurufun ziyada. Understood? So far so good? This is also covered before. Then we have the next word we know to know is thulathi. Thalatha means three. La taqulu thalatha. The Christians say there are three gods in one, in three, and three in one. So thalatha, three, thulathi. Thulathi means triliteral. Triliteral meaning it has three root letters. So ghafara, ghain, fa, ra. How many root letters do we have? Three. So it's thalathatun thulathiyun. A verb or a noun with three letters is called thulathiyun. Like ghafara, thulathi mujarrad, thulathi mazid. If it's come before. If it's quadrilateral, meaning what? Four. Instead of that, it's the ruba'i. I probably easy part. Yes, ruba'i, simple for us. If we try to do quadrilateral, it gets a bit stuck in our tongue. We say ruba'i. So rubu'un arba'a, four. Fi arba'ati ayyam, four. So ruba'i, it has four root letters called ruba'i. So the fifth word that we need to know is the word ruba'i. Like ba'thara, ba'ain thara. It has four root letters. This is a ruba'i word. And khamsun, five. Quinquiliteral. Yes, just take the khumasi. That's what it says, yes. So quinquiliteral. Khumasi. See how easy the Arabic language is compared to the English? So khumasi, five. Khamsa, five. So safarjal. Sin, fa, ra, jim, lam. Are you following me? Safarjalun. Acha, you got it so far? So you have thulathi words, you have ruba'i words, and you have khumasi words. By the way, khumasi is only for nouns. You don't have khumasi verbs. You have thulathi and ruba'i verbs, and thulathi, ruba'i, and khumasi nouns. Acha. Then we have the word al-mujarrad. What is mujarrad? Mujarrad means free of, void of, empty of, pure from. So mujarrad means the pure root form, nothing extra, no excess. Mujarrad, pure. Yes? So, ghafara and ba'thara are mujarrad. Are there any extra letters apart from the root letters? No. Ghain, fara, bas. Ba'ain, thara, bas. Nothing else. So now this is the root, this is called mujarrad. One is thulathi mujarrad, ghafara. Three root letters and nothing else, thulathi mujarrad. And ba'thara is ruba'i, four root letters and nothing else, mujarrad. Understood? And if you add a word, it's called al-mazidu fihi. Yes? For example, istaghfara. Istaghfara. So you have ghafara, but then you have alif, sin, ta, extra, has extra letters inside of this. Are you following? You understand so far? So you understand what mazid fi means? How do you work? What's the word mazid fi like? What's this? Like what kind of shay'a is it? How do you translate mazid fi? If I said darabtuhu, what does that mean darabtuhu? I hit him. I'll let you say it. I don't want to say it because I might get confessing for a crime. Darabtuhu, you hit him. Yes? He becomes now, what is he becoming? Madroob. However, if you have a verb which has a maf'ulun bihi biwasitati harf al-jar, or you have a verb which has a maf'ul bihi via the jar majroor, yes? Then, when you make the maf'ul, what say he's manzoor? What do you say he's manzoor? Ilayhi. So darabtuhu. So inside of this is a zamir naib al-fa'il. Madrubun huwa madrubun. Inside is a huwa. Like duriba means what? Duriba huwa. The huwa is inside. Are you following me? But when you have the ilayhi, when you have manzurun, the ilayhi is going to manzurun. You have to say ilayhi.
Okay.
So if you say, for example, اتفق البخاري ومسلم على هذا الحديث. You say هذا متفق. You say هذا متفق عليه. You following? So we never ism al-maf'ul, we have a jar majroor, you have to add in the jar majroor in the ism al-maf'ul as well. So when you say zidtu fihi harfan, I added one letter in it, it becomes mazidun fihi. So zidtu fihi. So you have to say mazidun fihi, that's one word. So now fihi, this is a naib al-fa'il. This is a naib al-fa'il of the mazid ism al-maf'ul. Yes? So al-mazidu fihi, that in which something has been added. Are you following? So now you have those terminologies. So you have thulathi, you have ruba'i, you have mujarrad, you have mazid fihi. Correct? You have sigha, harfan asli and harfan zaid. Now moving on to aqsam al-ism. The ism. So, huwa thalathatu aqsamin. There's three types of ism. One is thulathi, qalamun, qaf, lam, mim. Yes, very simple, too simple. Ruba'i, barzakhun, comes in the Quran, barzakhun. وبينهما barzakhun. There's a barzakh, a barrier between the two of them. So the barzakh is a ruba'i word. And safarjalun, the dhamma mistake here. Yeah. Safarjalun is a quince fruit. That's a quince fruit. So in Arabic, khumasi. So sin, fa, it's mistaken. It's spelled wrong. It's supposed to be safarjalun. Is it wrong in your book as well? It's correct. It's safarjalun, not safrujun. It's safarjalun, yes? Okay? Make a note of it correctly later on, yes? So safarjalun. So those are the three types of nouns. You have a thulathi noun with 3 letters. You have a ruba'i noun with 4 letters. And you have a khumasi noun. Now also, these can also be split into what? Each of these can be what? What can each of these be? Mujarradun or mazidun fihi. For example, you have kitabun. That's thulathiyun mazidun fihi. Because you got alif extra. You got it? So many of the thulathi like adding extra words. Now moving on to aqsamul fi'l, the types of fi'l. So the aqsam of the fi'l are the abwab of the fi'l basically. The bab of the fi'l. Are you following? So we have 2 fasl. Thulathi and ruba'i. And in each of them we have thulathi, mujarrad and thulathi, mazid fi. Ruba'i, mujarrad, ruba'i, mazid fi. Okay, we've done FSTU sarf before, that's why we're going through at this pace. So this book is normally said Umar, this is after FSTU sarf, that's why we're going, it's not anything new for them. Hopefully. I have husnul zan. Yeah? وهو النوعان. النوع الأول ثلاثي مجرد. So you have ثلاثي مجرد ثلاثي مزيد في. And what are the ثلاثي مجرد ثلاثي مزيد في? So ثلاثي, the first type you have is مجرد and then you have مزيد في. What the مجرد? 6 أبواب مجرد. You learn all of these. نصر ينصر, ضرب يضرب. Then you have فتح يفتح, سمع يسمع, حسن يحسن, حسب يحسب. All of these are ثلاثي مجرد أبواب. So the 5 of them, you learned them already. It's an Arabic word. So الباب الرابع, الباب الخامس, الباب السادس. So فإلى يفعل is a pattern. That's a wazn. That's an example. Are you following? So we go back over here as well. This is a wazn and this is the actual word. So the pattern of فعل يفعل. The mizan as-sarfi of نصر ينصر is فعل يفعل. The mizan of sarfi ضرب يضرب is فعل يفعل. The mizan sarfi فتح يفتح is فعل يفعل. Halu majra until the end. Understood? Acha. So that's done. Mujarrad, Nasara, Daraba, Fataha, Samiya, Hasuna, and Hasiba. And to make it short in our pronunciation, we don't even add the Fa'il Mudari. We say Nasara. You say Bab Nasara Yansuru, but simply it's Bab Nasara. What about Mazid Fi now? You have Mazid Fi. There are 3 types of Mazid Fi. Because Mazid Fi means what? You are adding a letter. So you can either add 1 letter, add 2 letters, or add 3 letters. So the first one is now what? Zida fihi harfun, or zida fihi harfan, or zida fihi thalathatu ahruf. Either there's 1 extra letter, or 2 extra letters, or 3 extra letters. Understood? So, Al-Qism al-Awwal, that harfun wahid is the naib al-fa'il. In that in which 1 letter has been added on top of the thulathi. So you have the thulathi, on top of the thulathi, harfun wahidun zida fihi, 1 other letter has been added into the 3 letters. What are these? Fa'ala yufa''ilu taf'ilan. So 1, what's the extra letter? The double ain. Like farraha yufarrihu tafrihan, to make somebody happy. Or fa'ala yufa'ilu mufa'alatan, the alif is extra. Yes? So, like qatala yuqatilu muqatalatan wa qitalan wa qitalan, to wage a war, to fight. Al-Bab al-Thalith, af'ala, Bab if'al. You've done all this Bab before. So here the alif is, the hamza is extra in here. So af'ala yuf'ilu if'ala. And when you're measuring up, you look at the madhi. You look at when you're measuring, like, is it zaid or not? You won't say, oh, af'alu. That's a zamir. You look at the madhi, because the original form is the af'ala, innit, really. Because yaf'alu has a ya mudari on it. The yaf'aluna has the mudari, ya, and the waw, zamir, and the nun al-i'rab. So the only form you can tell by is the madhi. Because the madhi has no additions. Af'alat has what at the end? That's a ta'anis. So look at the madhi form, the original form. You find it has no additions to it. All the other forms have something. The madhi, the mudari, the amr, all the others either have a zamir at the end, or the mudari at the beginning, or the amr, alif, hamza at the beginning. So you look at this one here, look at this. And in here you see what? Is there anything extra or not? Understood? The second type of thulathi mazid fi is the one which has 2 letters added in. Mazida fihi harfan and a thulathi is that in which you add 2 letters to the thulathi. And there are 5 these such abwab. You've all covered all of them before. It's going to go through in Arabic. So al-Bab al-Awwal, tafa'ala tafa'alu tafa'ulan, nahu takallama takallamu takalluman, to talk. Al-Bab al-Thani, tafa'ala tafa'alu tafa'ulan, like taba'ada taba'adu taba'udan, to distance oneself from another. Al-Bab al-Thalith, in fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan, for example, in kasara yankasiru inkisaran. Al-Bab al-Rabi', ifta'ala yafta'ilu ifti'alan, ijtama yajtami'u ijtima'an. And the 5th bab is if'alla yaf'allu if'ilalan. For example, ihmarra yahmarru ihmiraran, to become red. So here you have if hamza at the beginning and a double lam at the end. The 2 letters are extra in here. And al-Qism al-Thalith is mazida fihi thalathatu ahrufun al-thulathi, is that in which you add 3 additional letters. And there are 4 types. What are they? Istaf'ala. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So alif, sin and ta. You've added 3 letters, sorry. So istakhraj, yastakhraju istikhrajan. If'ala, you've added the alif and a double lam. So if'ala, yaf'alu, if'ilalan, to become red. Ihmara, yahmaru, ihmiraran. Or if'aw'ala. Now all of these patterns, they have slightly different specialities in terms of meaning, etc. We do it in the Wusta, inshallah. The next part you have if'aw'ala. You may not have done this or this in the FSU Arabic, because it's not common babs at all, they're very rare. So that's why you may not have come in FSU Arabic. Just note them here, and the transition of these words. You don't have many words in this bab. And what the specialties of these abwab, or what the benefits of these abwab, we'll discuss that in Al-Wusta, inshaAllah. But the 3rd bab is if aw'ala yaf'aw'ilu if'i'alan. For example, i'shawshaba ya'shawshibu i'shishaban. You say i'shawshabatil ard, the land has become extremely densely green. Understood? And the last one is if awwala yaf'awwilu if'iwalan. And it means here, for example, ijlawwaza yajlawbidu ijliwazan, to move really fast. Ijlawwazatil ibil, the camels moved really fast. So ijlawwaza. Yeah, so you have here, these are a few abwab which are not common, but they are mentioned in the books of Sarf, and you need to know them. So ihmarra, to become red, shawshaba, to become densely filled with grass or vegetation, and ijlawwaza, to dart or move at lightning speed. So now we finish these off here, and now we're moving on to tomorrow we'll move on to Al-Ruba'i inshallah. Okay? Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, nahmaduhu wa nusalli wa nusallimu ala rasulil kareem. So we're continuing with the Fa'l. So we done Thulathi last time, now we're moving on to the Ruba'i. Okay? So if you look at it here, Thulathi verbs, we have Ruba'i verbs, Thulathi Mujarrad, we have the 6 verbs, Thulathi Mazid Fi, we have 3 categorization, 1 extra letter, 2 extra or 3 extra. Now in the Ruba'i, we have the same Mujarrad and same Mazid Fi. Some have extra letters and some without extra letters. Yes, so the first is Al-Fasl al-Thani al-Fa'l al-Ruba'i. The second chapter is regarding the Fa'l al-Ruba'i, the second fasl. And in here, the first type is Al-Ruba'i al-Mujarradu. The Ruba'i Mujarrad. What's Ruba'i Mujarrad? 4 letters, root letters, Huruf Asliya, the Jizr, and no extra letters. وَهُوَ بَابٌ وَاحِدٌ. This is only one bab. What's this one bab? فَعْلَلَ يُفَعْلِلُ فَعْلَلَةً. فَعْلَلَ يُفَعْلِلُ فَعْلَلَةً. And the very common example they're given here is دَحْرَجَ يُدَحْرِجُ دَحْرَجَةً وَدِحْرَاجًا. It means to roll something along a surface, to set something in motion. You know, like a marble. Let's roll the marble. دَحْرَجْتُهُ. Another common word in this bab is زَلْزَلَ 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 يُزَلْزِلُ. I'm very tired today. My mind's not working right. يُزَلْزِلُ زَلْزِلُ زَلْزَلَ يُزَلْزِلُ زَلْزَلَةً. It's also another very commonly word. You have 4 root letters, the da, the ha, the ra, and the jim. It's a dahraja. So Ruba'i al-Mujarrad. Then the second type is Ruba'i Mazid Fi. What's the Ruba'i Mazid Fi? They have 2 types. One is 1 extra letter, that's also one bab, which is Tadahraja. Tadahraja, tatafa'ul. To roll down, to cascade. So when I am rolling the marble down, I am doing dahraja. When the marble is rolling itself, it says here, the marble is doing tadahraja. You following? For example, to roll, kind of both ways. I rolled the pen down and the pen is rolling. So in English you have the same verb but different meanings. You're rolling something else or you're rolling yourself. But in Arabic you have 2 different words. If you're rolling something else, it's daharajtuhu, I cause it to roll. I set it in motion. And if it's bab tafa'ul, you say tadahraja, yatadahraju tadahrujan. So tadahraja is the thing rolled down by itself, or it came into motion, it cascaded as a result of me setting it into motion. Understand? And then the other one is which has 2 extra letters. What does it have? It has 2 extra letters. وَهُوَ بَابَان. 2 types. One is if an lala. These are quite rare. These don't come very often. There's no Quranic example. It says if an lala. So you have the extra noon in the middle. Yaf an lilu if in lalan. And the example that's very common is ihranjama yahranjimu ihranjaman. It means here to gather. That's one meaning. Another meaning I found was, I'm not sure how correct the second meaning is, but when you intend to do something, then change one's mind. That's one. You basically change your mind at the last minute, or change your mind after forming an opinion. Yes? Not forming an opinion. After deciding to do something, you change your opinion. Al-Bab al-Thani, if alalla yaf'alillu if illalan. If alalla yaf'alillu if illalan. What does it mean? Ikhsha'arra yakhsha'irru ikhsha'raran. To shudder, you shake, get goosebumps. What comes in the Quran? Taqsha'irru minhu. That when you hear the Quranic verses being recited upon you, ikhsha'arra. You start to tremble at the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in yearning of Jannah, in haya and modesty and shame of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fear of Jahannam. Taqsha'irru minhu al-julud. The skin starts to get goosebumps, it stands up. Right? That's called Ikhsh. This is used in the Quran. So this bab is not common. I'm put X, but it's a question mark. Not too common. This one is not a common bab, but this one word is used in the Quran. Understood? So now we've done these abwab here. We have the Ruba'i Mujarrad, Ruba'i Mazid Fi, and in Ruba'i Mujarrad Fa'lala, Dahraju Dahriju, Tafa'lala, and then Mazid 2 extra harf. You have if an lala yaf an lilu if in lalan, and if iksha'arra yaksha'irru iksha'raran. So if illalan iksha'raran. Yes, not too common. There's only one bab here. Very not really too often. This is used in the Quran. زلزلة, دحرج, الآن حصحص, حق. Yes. والليل إذا عسعس. That's also رباعي مجرد. So that's the end of our رباعي verbs. Any questions? سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. I'm not going to have to edit it now. Quickly. I'll just leave it and just blame you. You never edited it. I didn't have time to edit, so your fault to got the extra bits on.